Florence, capital of Italy's Tuscany region. In this video, I will show you Florence, capital of Italy's Tuscany region's top most beautiful destinations. This video is surely going to help you spend your visit to Florence by checking out these famous landmarks. Let's start the video. You have undoubtedly heard of Florence, but you don't know what it's all about. Let me give you a quick tour of the city. One of the most popular tourist attractions in Italy, and probably the globe. Florence is a city that is never short of things to do. There are usually a lot of foreigners in the area, whether they are tourists or exchange students. However, due to the high volume of visitors during the peak season and year-round, it is difficult for visitors to find a place to stay. To get around this issue, you will need to plan when you visit the city, and that's why we have put up a list of sites to see and things to do. The Duomo is number 1 on the list to visit. When in Florence, the Duomo is a must-see attraction. Florence's most iconic landmark is the Duomo, commonly known as the Cathedral of St. Mar, which is a must-see for anybody visiting the city. You will have to climb the 463 steps to enjoy the best views, although it was the world's biggest until 1881. It also has a museum where visitors may get up and personalize some of history's most incredible art pieces. Get up on top of the building for a breathtaking view of Florence if you're looking for a memorable experience here. Afterward, stop by the museum to see Michelangelo, Donatello, and other masterpieces. Number 2 is the Uffizi Gallery. The Uffizi is an excellent spot to visit Florence as a solo traveler. One cannot visit Florence and not see Renaissance art. This is a great sight. You will need a few hours to view everything in the architecturally notable edifice, including Botticelli's The Birth of Venus. Avoid the crowds and take your time wandering through this gallery if you want to get the most out of it. Don't forget to snap as many pictures as you can while you are at this incredible place to remember all you see and do. Mercato Centrale, the third stop. For the reasons listed above, if you want to sample some of the city's delectable cuisine, you must shop like the locals. Do your shopping at the Mercato Centrale instead of other markets that are crowded with tourists, and you will save time and money. You will find the best restaurants in Florence if you visit this market. This market has a wide selection of wine, fruit, meat, cheese, and seafood, precisely what the locals consume. Another plus is that you can grab a cheap dinner or snack at the food court upstairs, where the sellers are pleasant and the pricing is reasonable. At number 4, the Galleria Dell'Accademia. The presence of Michelangelo's David at the Galleria Dell'Accademia has made it one of Florence's most recognized attractions. This 17-foot-tall monument has made its way into popular culture through films, literature, and other visual representations. It's so popular that there's always a line out front for visitors to view the famous monument. You only have to make a reservation in advance if you want to view this monument to escape the crowds. In 5th place, it is the Piazza Santo Spirito. Despite its lack of tourist attractions, Piazza Santo Spirito constantly seems to be overflowing with visitors from all over the globe. Outside of art and Renaissance structures, here is where you should spend some time if you want to escape the crowds and get a taste of the culture in Rome. As the neighborhood is not a popular tourist destination, you may spend a few hours or perhaps a few days here simply observing and listening to the people around you. In addition, you may stroll around the town's shops, pubs, and restaurants, find a seat in a cafe, and enjoy the peace. Or sit on the steps of a nearby church and see the locals going about their daily lives. The Boboli Gardens are at number 6. The Boboli Gardens, located behind the Pitti Palace, provide stunning views of the Tuscan countryside. Once owned by the Medicis, they have become a public park filled with Renaissance and classical statues that draw millions of tourists. When you have had enough of the crowds, go to this park for a break. The Boboli obelisk from Egypt and the grottos are worth a look, as are the sculptures. It's Ponte Vecchio on 7th place on the list. Despite the city being bombed to the ground, Hitler was unable to remove this bridge because of its beauty. The Medici family dug a hidden corridor through the bridge in 1565, connecting Palazzo Vecchio and Pitti Palace. That's why the bridge has lasted so long. Even when it's completed, the area is stunning, so take your time and stroll about. Miniato Al Monte, the 8th on the list. The green and white front of this hilltop church is attractive, and within, you will find a treasure trove of artwork. If you stroll around the chapels, you will see how effectively the medieval and Renaissance styles work together. While in Florence, you can't go wrong by taking a trip to a beautiful church. Take shots of Florence as though it were set out on a postcard in front of you. After that, take some time to look at the church. Florence is only worth seeing if you have a lot of time on your hands. This was all from my side to guide you about Florence, capital of Italy's Tuscany region's top most beautiful destinations. Please subscribe and press the bell button if you are new to the channel, so you don't miss any new stuff. Comment below if this video was helpful or if you have any concerns regarding traveling ideas.